Now, all this week we have been showing you the shortlisted nominees for a Pride of Britain award who've been searching the West for an outstanding local fundraiser.
Well, tonight is the story of a man from Swindon who was inspired to raise money after he watched his dad die of cancer. As a boating enthusiast, Alex Hutchings used his hobby to raise tens of thousands of pounds to help other families affected by cancer. Victoria Davis has more.
3 years ago, Alex Hutchings lost his dad to cancer. Alex, who lives in Swindon, spent the last weeks of his dad's life nursing him with his family.
It just seemed at the time we didn't get a lot of help. We had to do everything, become carers without any training or anything like that. So unfortunately he died at home while I held his hand, and for me it was just like the end of everything because my dad was also my best friend.
The experience for Alex was so traumatic, he decided to raise enough money to pay for a Macmillan cancer support nurse for a year, so other families wouldn't have to deal with cancer on their own. Alex turned to the boating community and organised a charity trip round the Isle of Wight, which this year saw 93 rib boats take part, a potential world record.
To get a load of people together, all fundraising, was a massive achievement. And off of the back of the success of that, we were donated a boat for nothing to see if we could make some money off it. So we dragged it out of a field and we just poured our hearts and souls into it. And the one rule I had was that the whole boat had to be made out of 100% donated parts and labour.
As word spread of Alex's boat-building project, people, including those affected by cancer themselves, wanted to get involved.
It needed to be paid back, really, because, I mean, I was going through the treatment and I had tubes up my nose and things like that, and the Macmillan people were pretty good. So Alex came up with the idea, and he's... basically the cancer treatment knocked it out of me, but he just drags everybody along.
It's amazing that he is actually there, open that channel for us to be able to give something back to Macmillan and have a jolly good time doing it as well.
The restored boat was eventually auctioned for £20,000. In 3 years, Alex has raised more than £56,000 and it's still rising, which is more than enough to pay for a Macmillan nurse.
He's not just raised over 56,000, he's built a fundraising community which continues to flourish.
Although he couldn't have done it without a lot of people behind him, he was the driving force, he was the person who organised it, and it is pretty special and it's pretty phenomenal.
I think he's really special because he helps people and stuff. He's like the best dad you can ever have.
Alex's fundraising means in 1 year, 127 cancer patients will now be cared for. Support Alex's family didn't have, but will mean so much for others. Victoria Davis, ITV News.
What an amazing man.
I know, great work.
Yeah, we'll see the last of our 4 shortlisted nominees tomorrow night, and the winner will be announced right here on ITV News West Country on Friday.
Such a tough decision.
I know, don't know how you
Glad we're not making it.
I know.